Not only did he get pole, did he set the fastest lap, did he lead every lap of the race, and did he get the win? He also got driver of the day. Yeah. And then in the after race rankings or power rankings, he scored a perfect 10. I mean, his confidence level is through the roof right now.
Yeah.
A 19-year-old kid is putting not only belt to ass on his teammate, who was the championship favorite coming into this year.
You just wonder if some really old guy at Monaco was looking at the race and was like, what is Ericsson doing on the track again?
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Around the Circuit, Apollo Media's Formula One podcast. As always, I'm your boy Junior, joined by Mark this week. No Ivan, couldn't make it, unfortunately. But nevertheless, it's race week again.
Again, yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know where to start. Monaco provided an interesting race,
as it has these past two.
Well,
doesn't mean good racing, but it means chaos.
There was definitely a lot of chaos this year, more than last.
Yeah.
Drama started as early as Friday, Saturday, mostly Saturday. I mean, it looked like Ferrari. We said it last week. It looked like it was Ferrari's race to lose.
Yeah.
They dominated FP1. They dominated FP2. It was Charles, Lewis, and Max. Both FP1, FP2. FP3 came in Saturday, and Kimi came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And then qualifying hit, and it looked like we got all the way to Q3, and it looked like for half a second Lewis was going to get pole. Yeah. And then it looked for half a second Max had put on a stunning lap, and he was going to get pole.
Yeah.
And then Kimi came out of nowhere, beats Max by 43 hundredths of a second, or 43 thousandths of a second, however you say it.
Yeah.
Very fine margin, nevertheless.
Yes.
We almost had a Lewis Max front row. Would have been amazing starting Monaco that way. But Mercedes came storming back. Specifically, Kimi came storming back, took pole. The kid is unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. The kid is unstoppable right now.
Unstoppable. And, in the same qualifying session, Charles, second lap, pushed it and tags the wall.
Yeah.
And he was improving.
He was. And there was a chance at him getting pole. And all our predictions would have been correct. Well, mine and yours. But nevertheless, Charles ran into bad luck in qualifying.
Oh, man. Will he run into it again?
Yeah. I mean, where did he even start? Race.
With the race.
The race. It starts off, Max is P2.
Shit's itself.
Angled, looking like he's ready to just go full dive bomb on Kimi.
I mean, well, that's kind of what you need to do.
Yeah, and and we know Max is very capable of doing that. And we know what he can do. The car, the Red Bull engine just shits itself.
Yeah.
I know he said in the post interview before he went home that the engine didn't feel right even in the formation lap.
Yeah. And
then race starts, and we got 21 overtakes in the first lap of the race. I can only laugh. Max is doing things with this Red Bull that probably shouldn't be possible right now.
Yeah.
Considering the aerodynamic package that is on it and the chassis that just isn't where it should be. And he's just not getting
any help
or any luck to put him there. I mean, the podium was great.
But even then, I felt like every other minute we were getting an Isaac crash out over the radio.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell the engine for him was, and shout out him.
Yeah.
Because he obviously didn't have a strong engine the whole race and managed to push through, managed to survive.
Yeah.
Race finishes. I mean, I don't even know if we want to get into the race finish. We know Kimi won. Kimi had a grand slam in Monaco. Yeah. The youngest driver in F1 history to achieve this. And then, like I was telling you just before we started recording, he pretty much invented a new
grandest slam.
The grandest slam, a super grand slam. Not only did he get pole, did he set the fastest lap, did he lead every lap of the race, and did he get the win? He also got driver of the day.
Yeah.
And then in the after race rankings or power rankings, he scored a perfect 10. I mean, his confidence level is through the roof right now.
Yeah.
A 19-year-old kid is putting not only belt to ass on his teammate, who was the championship favorite coming into this year.
You just wonder if some really old guy at Monaco was looking at the race and was like, what is Ayrton doing on the track again?
Bro, I saw it because at one point he did lap George. Yeah. And somebody, I think it was on Twitter or somewhere, said something like he was able to achieve what Ayrton tried to do that one year before he put him on. I was like, well, can't really compare George Russell and Alan Prost, but regardless,
hydrogen bomb coughing baby.
Regardless of it was just, man, Kimi had every chance to lose that race. The Mercedes didn't look strong in practice. He comes out of nowhere, sets fastest lap in FP3 and sets pole. He had every chance to lose at the start of the race with Max Verstappen in P2. Max's car shits itself. He has the 2 Ferraris behind him. Those 2 are known for their great starts. Yeah. He manages to beat them out. Not once, but after the red flag, had to restart it. There was a safety car.
Yep.
Managed to stay ahead then. Managed to get a good restart and keep Lewis behind him. And then there was the red flag. Had to do a standing start again. Had to worry about Lewis Hamilton behind him again.
Yeah.
And he still, every chance he had to lose that race win. And he said, no, this is mine.
Yeah.
We're getting this. And he's his 5th in a row.
Yeah.
At the grand jewel of F1. The Monaco, the one that means more to most.
One of the triple crowns.
Yeah. It's. Yeah, I don't know if we can say enough good things about Kimi Antonelli right now.
There really isn't. There's not. He is a superstar. He is a superstar.
The kid is a superstar.
There's not much else you could say. It is impressive to see what he's doing. I knew before the season that he was probably gonna have a good year.
Yeah.
But I thought, it's with George, Mercedes having the best engine, it's almost like it's George's to win. Kimi came out of nowhere and just said, nah, I'm gonna show you what I can do, and he has showed us, man.
Yes. Man, he's only 19. Can you imagine when he gets into 3 or 4 years from now, what it's gonna look like?
It's insane.
As long as Mercedes keeps a strong car, can you imagine over these next 3 years?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the records he's probably going to break if he keeps this up?
If a team like McLaren or Ferrari, especially if they can't catch up,
yeah. I mean, he just got his 5th win in a row. He's matched Lewis's longest win streak,
which is crazy when you think about it. But
yeah, there's only a few people more above him.
Yeah.
There's a 6 win streak, then there's 9 and 10, I think, or maybe there's a 7. Yeah. There's not very many more ahead of him.
And he could very well get up there.
Yeah, easily.
At this point,
I mean,
there's really no one to stop him besides George, and George was stuck all the way back in the midfield. I mean,
so speaking of George and the other side of the Mercedes, I mean, we know the Mercedes is strong, but they have had reliability issues.
Yeah.
Poor Lando DNF'd again. I say poor Lando because you got to feel for him eventually. Yeah. I mean, I'm not the biggest Lando fan. We know this.
Yeah.
We know this.
Yeah.
But the dude has DNF'd or did not start in 3 separate races already, and we're only on round 7.
He needs to go to Williams and ask for Duracell batteries or something because his battery is shit.
I mean, and then here's my thing too, right? So George, this is his second? Well, he didn't finish in points. So there's that. So that's his second race in a row that he's lost points. The DNF 2 weeks ago.
Canada, yeah.
Did he have another one? No, I think that was it, right?
Pretty sure that was it.
But he's only got the 1 win, the first win of the year.
Yeah.
They don't know what caused his DNF last time, so that engine is completely shot. Mercedes has these ongoing reliability issues.
Well, it seems like for everybody else but Kimi.
Everybody else but Kimi. Here's my question, and I know it's
I ain't never knocking on wood again.
We're going into round 7. Is George's championship done already?
It's hard to say no.
It's hard to say no because here's my thing. He doesn't look confident. He doesn't look strong. He's making every mistake almost possible. And yeah, Toto has his back and said he's running into some bad luck, and the DNF wasn't his fault. But here's my thing: if Mercedes keeps having these reliability issues, now you're looking at, okay, you're running out of allocations for each engine component.
Yeah.
Now you're looking at facing penalties down the road.
Yeah.
The later in the season as it gets, even if he manages to stay close in that championship fight, those penalties hurt.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Then it's like Kimi was able to put on pole.
Yeah.
And you, what? He was P6?
P6.
It's just not good. I said it.
I mean, he lost second in the championship standings to Lewis Hamilton, which shout out Lewis.
Shout out
P2,
Lewis.
his second podium
Love
in a
you,
row,
Lewis.
his third of the year. Lewis has found some form again. We'll
Yeah,
give him that. He's outperforming Charles right now.
Yeah. Apparently, no simulator is the way to go.
Yeah. I don't know. He said he's getting back in the simulator now.
Fuck. Get the fuck away from the simulator.
So, I don't know. We'll see. But the question is worth asking. Is his championship done? And I know it's early and things could change, but
like I said, it's hard to say no. I at this point, I think it's cooked. I really do. And like I would like to say that George is gonna come back and we see a championship fight between, like, we get another Mercedes or something like everybody talks about. But man, the closest I think we were gonna get was in Canada.
yeah.
And then, he DNF'd, and now Kimi dominates Monaco, where more times it is more about the driver than the car.
Yeah.
And then you put out that performance, especially in qualifying. This next race is a very favorable track for Mercedes. If he were to ever come in, get pole, and win, that's the race.
This would have to be the race he needs.
This would have to be the race.
But with Kimi's current confidence and form, I mean, does anybody even come close to catching him? Maybe Lewis. But even then, Lewis was nowhere even close to him in Monaco.
Mm-mm.
The restarts in the safety car were the closest he got.
Yeah.
I mean, every chance he got.
They were keeping a decent pace where it was like 3 or 4 seconds behind, but it's just like against that Mercedes power unit, there was nothing he could have done.
And so, I mean, George and McLaren is going to have the same issues. How many DNFs do they have already?
Yeah.
How many? Like, they're looking at
China.
allocation issues this early.
China, Canada. I think that's it where they both were like out in the race.
I mean, they didn't even start one of the races.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, for a split second there, like during, what was it?
it looked like McLaren was going to be back.
Like McLaren, we thought they were going to be
shit.
back. Like, they figured it out, but now it's back to reliability issues.
Yeah, and as strong as it comes back to that question, as strong as Mercedes is, do these reliability issues, if they start to affect Kimi,
I think it's more something that we'll see down the road.
Can it flip this championship on its head if Kimi just runs
like
into
with the reliability issues? It's like it's definitely more something like down the road where we see like how bad it is or like how bad it could be. But right now, it's definitely something to look ahead of and be like, okay, that could be a problem.
Yeah. So I have this question noted down, and I want to ask you because I wanted to ask. And it kind of. The answer is kind of already given to us, considering we got the information on who has the strongest engine.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's not only the engine. But is Red Bull faster than McLaren?
They could very well be.
Honestly, we know they have the strongest engine according to the FIA. They're not getting engine upgrades. Mercedes is getting an engine upgrade, which means Mercedes, McLaren, Alpine, Williams. They're all going to be looking at one
Mercedes
upgrade.
Is at 2% threshold and Ferrari's at 4%.
4%. So
and then
Ferrari,
like Honda and Audi are like 6%.
Which they're getting. So everybody else is getting 2 upgrades.
Thankfully, Mercedes is only getting 1.
Mercedes only gets 1. Red Bull looks faster than McLaren. They're outperforming McLaren. A lot of it has to do with reliability. But we got Isaac Hadjar on a podium this weekend. We've already had Max on a podium. How bad does the chassis and the aero package have to be for Red Bull to have the fastest engine?
It's absurd because I was talking with my cousin because now he's gotten really into Formula One and we were talking about it. I'm like, Red Bull has the best engine, but because their chassis and aero is so bad, it's insane. Like they're just even thinking about it, it's absurd to think like how bad is that chassis and aero. that your engine's the best, but yet like you are
Not even close.
not even close to the top teams.
Like, I mean, Max this past couple weekends has shown that the car looks faster.
Yeah.
But then the engine shits itself.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see when we get this small package here in Barcelona and then our big major package in Austria, the Red Bull Ring, what the car looks like and what it's capable of. Because if it can stay reliable, Max might be able to claw his way into this championship fight. Maybe, I mean, at least fight for like second or third if George keeps plummeting.
Most definitely second and third against like maybe George. I don't think
George
I
or
think
Lewis or
at this point, honestly, if it's not gonna be George, I don't want to like sound like I'm having favoritism or anything, but maybe Lewis Hamilton, man, with the way he's been driving.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Ferrari's the only one close. If these upgrades can actually do something and work. Hey man, look at when 2007 Lewis Hamilton's a rookie. He's trying to win the championship. He loses it by 1 point. Guess who he lost it to? Kimi Räikkönen. In the Ferrari. Inject it into my veins, man. Oh my god, bro. I shouldn't have said anything because now he's gonna shit it the next race. But man, why not, man? Lewis looks great. The car is good. Charles is, man. It was just a tough weekend.
I don't know,
for
man.
him.
It was a tough weekend for Charles, and you got to feel for him because that red flag did get. I mean, it caused. Charles did have braking issues, so that was part of it.
Yeah.
But the track breaking up caused Stroll to crash. It's safe to say that plus the braking issues did not help Charles on that restart. The cold tires.
Yeah, and he did have braking issues. He did. And it was slightly his fault because he decided to keep those brakes even though Lewis was running another set of brakes that were working.
I seen that.
But he tried to, like he said, he thought that in Monaco would be best, to do it. Was his fault, but the brakes were not the brakes. The brakes were shit.
Yeah,
y'all need to realize that. I've seen too many people like shitting on Charles for this accident when, again, it wasn't his fault.
Yeah,
he said it immediately.
Brake issues. He complained all weekend. The track was broken up. Did you see the clip that Checo tried to warn them?
Yeah,
there was a clip where Checo drove over that early in the race. He said, "Hey, they need to fix that. They need to clean up the track." It got ignored.
Yeah, because
until Stroll put it in the wall because of that.
Stroll put it in the wall. We all did the classic thing, made fun of him. But man, then you look back at it and you're like, oh no, like that. The track is fucked at that part.
Yeah.
Then you put out the red flag to finally go check on it,
and it's bad. I think we were on the red flag for like 45 minutes.
Yeah. And then they're like, fuck it, send it back out.
Yeah. So by the end of the race, we had Max DNF off the fucking start. Lando DNF due to reliability again. Charles crashed into the wall. Stroll crashed into the wall. Bottas and Behrman didn't even make it out of the start of the race.
Yeah.
And then poor Carlos Sainz was looking at points, a double points finish for Williams again. Yeah. And here comes George Russell deciding to, you can't tell me what he did wasn't on purpose. Whatever. Say what you want. George Russell did that on purpose. He purposely drove slow to build a gap for his drive-through penalty. I think he was hoping for another safety car because you go into that hairpin that slow with the whole pack on push mode, like, come on.
We saw it last year. We saw it last year with Williams too. They did the same thing with the team-friendly orders for both cars, both drivers, and it worked. It really did work. Before George decided to do that.
But there was only like 8 laps to go. There was no way that was happening for George. It just really wasn't like.
And we're talking about the race.
Should have served the penalty in the pits.
And like I said, speaking of the race, we're talking about it. We haven't talked about a certain big thing, the penalties.
We're getting there. We're talking about restart. Carlos gets hit by the Hulk. Whatever. Carlos is out now. There goes double points for Williams.
Yeah.
Everybody's in chaos. Race finishes. Gasly finishes third.
I feel so bad.
So here's my thing, right? And so we know the big thing, like you said, was the penalties. Everybody, half the fucking grid was speeding in the pit lane, apparently.
Yeah.
Including Lewis, who still managed to serve his penalty and keep Charles. Charles served Lewis's penalty too.
Yeah, even though the team told neither of them that he had the penalty in the first place, which was classic Ferrari strikes again.
Yep. So Lewis has a penalty. Who else was it? It was like, I don't know. It was too many to name.
It is too many.
Gasly had 2.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. Gasly, during the red flag, and this is where I'm confused, because Gasly was celebrating that he got P3.
Yeah.
But
in the red flag,
during the red flag, he was pissed because he knew he got penalties, apparently.
Yeah.
So, and he knew he didn't serve him. So,
I know, through that, and like towards the end of the race, something had to happen. Somebody had to told him something that made him thought. Because
I know they were Alpine was looking into what was causing it, and maybe they told him, "Hey, these penalties aren't gonna stand, and you're gonna be, you're not gonna have to serve them."
Because we saw them after the race, literally measuring.
Cheering, yeah, like they put in for.
So that does make me.
I could see the appeal getting looked at, but there's no way they're gonna change anything because people served their penalties during the race. If nobody served that penalty and they wanted to adjust it accordingly afterwards, maybe, but. I think it's just too many people, and too many people served their penalty.
Something had to have been like messed up wrong there with the pits, because man, that's a lot of people for speeding in the pit lane.
Mm-hmm.
George doesn't even serve his penalty the first time around, so
any drive through,
any hope.
Isaac Hadjar got investigated 2 separate times. Once after the race, his penalty was provisional.
Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't get a penalty. He got to keep his podium. Sergio Perez finishes P10, giving Caddy their first point just for it to be taken away because not once, but twice, the dude didn't park in the right spot to start the race.
Max did the same thing in 2023, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Somebody literally put it like, hey, Max did the same thing in 2023, and he never got a penalty.
Here's my thing. I don't know. And I feel like if somebody's not starting the race, the field should shift up. But whatever. Another argument for another part. He did it twice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Gets penalized. 10 second. Was it 10 second
10
penalty?
seconds.
Loses his first point for Cadillac.
But
there's more. There's more. The unction. Here comes Fernando Alonso inheriting, because he finished P11, inherited the first point for Aston Martin.
Yes. We kind of knew it was going to be him eventually. But I did not think that it was going to happen already. I really thought that Caddy was going to get those first points. Still, shout out Sergio. He drove the hell out of that car. I think, P15? Not their best finish, but still.
He dropped down to P15 afterwards.
So the fact that they were that close.
Gasly dropped from P3 to P7 after his penalties.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Shout out the Racing Bulls.
Yeah.
Liam Lawson and Arvid Lindblad finishing P5 and P6. They were almost P6, P7.
Yeah.
Double points. The Racing Bulls haven't looked bad for the midfield team.
No,
you know what I mean?
They're rocking that same Ford engine too.
You had what? 8 DNFs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 DNFs.
Yeah.
People were going to get some points. You know what I mean? And luckily for Fernando, luckily for the Racing Bulls, they were in prime position to inherit those points.
Yeah.
Did Colapinto end up finishing in the points? Because I want to say it was another double points for Alpine. No, it was not. Colapinto was too far back. Also, Audi. I want to mention them because they looked strong early in the weekend, and then they just fell off and were nowhere to be found.
Just fell off apart. Obviously, I can imagine when your team principal leaves, that might, affect some things, but I can't imagine it's that. But it's they came in, new team, new engine, so we don't know exactly what's going on over there. They started
I just know this specific weekend they looked strong at the beginning.
It was
of
the
it,
yellow,
and then the Yowdy,
the
Yowdy.
Yeah.
Shout out Ocon for finishing on the points as well. When Behrman couldn't race, Ocon did what he needed to do. Maybe saves himself some time in that seat, even though they all said it was bullshit anyways. But saves himself some time in that seat.
Jack Doohan said something very similar, and that didn't end well. But we love Ocon.
I don't know, man. Monaco there was just so much to cover that just the race itself wasn't. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of wheel to wheel. There wasn't a whole lot of overtakes. It was just chaos in those last 20 laps. That just from the moment Stroll put his car into the wall with the help of a broken track.
Yeah.
it just the car turned on its head. And like I said, it was a strong drive from Isaac Hadjar because the dude had engine issues the whole race, and they were trying to figure out a way to fix it, and he managed to fight off a Ferrari and everyone else behind him. Shout out Lewis for another podium.
Yeah.
And Kimi, I mean, Kimi just drove his ass off. Like I said it before and I'll say it again. He had every chance to lose that win, and
Kimi's just in a different world, and Mercedes just in a different world. I really didn't think Mercedes was going to perform well, but George proved my point. Mercedes didn't perform well. Kimi performed well.
Yeah.
Kimi dominated. Kimi did what the kid's gonna do probably for the rest of the season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Lewis in P2 in the standings is crazy to me.
It's crazy. How George Russell was the championship favorite, and now he's sitting P3 in the standings.
It's only by 2 points, but how he's been driving, it's like I said, it's not looking good. Charles is just for top. I can't even.
You got Kimi, obviously 66 points ahead. Also, I think that's the biggest gap this early in the season we've seen since like 2023. Are we gonna witness another 2023 season?
It could very well happen. I think it's probably gonna happen.
Is he gonna match?
Unless the Mercedes reliability becomes an issue, or Ferrari's upgrades actually, make a difference. It's hard to see a season where Kimi doesn't dominate. It's at this point. Mm-hmm. I keep saying it every week, but now at this point, it does seem like that's what we're getting. I could go on a whole rant about Charles and Monaco right now, but I feel like we're already going a little ways, and I don't want to.
No. I want to hear it. I want to hear it because we all thought Charles had a very good chance at winning this. I think.
Yeah.
Ivan predicted Lewis to win, but he had Charles like P2 or P3.
Yeah. This
was Ferrari's weekend to lose, and Lewis showed that Ferrari probably could have. I think, like I said, Kimi was just too strong.
It was funny though. I predicted obviously Oscar P2. I really thought the McLarens would be able to find something here, but I predicted Lewis P3, and that's where he qualified. And that almost happened if everything stayed in order. But man, qualifying. Literally that second run and Q3, he was improving. He just hits in the wall. I can only imagine when you're at your home race and you're pushing that hard in a track like that, man, that must be devastating. And
I know he's got the win in 2024, but does Charles put too much pressure of it being his home race on himself?
You could say that, but at the same time, it's like now you're the home guy. You're the only one who's won it. The expectation is to keep winning it.
Yeah.
Because people know how good you are here. And it's Ferrari.
He signs the extension and then just has like the worst weekend of his life at that race.
Worst weekend of his life.
Probably not worst weekend. He's had worse in Monaco.
Probably, but just classic Ferrari showing out. It's almost like a sign from the gods. Like, hey, this is what you signed up for.
Yeah, man.
This is the Myles Garrett re-signing with the Browns. Like, hey, this is what you signed up for. But yeah, it's just all around shitty weekend. Even during the race, Max's engine shits itself. You move up to P3. We had the Ferrari double podium going at one point. Then Lewis get that penalty. Nobody tells Charles that Lewis has the penalty and that he has to stay within 5 seconds. Then the safety car comes out. You pit Lewis and basically make Charles serve the 5-second penalty.
And I know there's been a lot of discussion about this because they don't lose places under the safety car, which is fine if Lewis isn't serving a penalty.
Yeah.
It's hard to say because you don't want to screw over either driver, but like in the way you did it, you kind of screwed over Charles because Charles had a chance at that P2.
Yeah. If
he stays within 5 seconds. Like you said, they didn't say anything. I don't know. I feel like it was a very difficult conversation to have in the
in the
Ferrari
end, I really
pit wall.
don't think it mattered. With Charles crashing out, and then the fact like you were still P2 and P3 coming.
It's
out
just
of
a matter
pits.
of which order you were gonna be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they did it because they got to keep it's the fact that there was the penalty on top of it. If there's no penalty, there's no argument.
Yeah.
But because of the penalty, and I know it pissed off Charles, and that's probably part of what went into him crashing too. Like I told Myra this, we were talking about it while it happened. she was like, he's driving so mad, and he was so upset about that. And I was like, rightfully so.
We've seen
But
it. We've
on top
seen
of
it.
on top of the brake issues, on top of the broken track, like
Yeah.
he didn't stand a chance going into that corner.
We've seen it before where Charles drives aggressive and tough, and it is because of Ferrari. Unfortunately, because Ferrari constantly do let him down. You know, the car is constantly not there, and he tries to outdrive that car. He tries to do what Max does, but in a car like a Ferrari and the way Ferrari decision making. He doesn't have like a Red Bull team behind him like Max does.
Well, Max doesn't have much of a Red Bull team behind him anymore either.
But compared to what Max has, and to compare to what we have in Maranello, which is pretty fucking shit apparently.
Yeah.
I've been saying things need to change. I don't know what needs to. Exactly, especially in the higher ups.
I don't think it ever changes.
But it will never
unfortunately,
change.
Charles is in this Ferrari vortex for life. And
in the same loop unless the car starts outperforming the team, and it's I said it before.
I want to know if there's any kind of exit clauses in that contract he just signed. There has to be, right?
There has to be.
Because if there's anything we've heard about lately, it's exit clauses in contracts.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be. I said it before. I think the only way Charles wins a championship is if he leaves
Ferrari.
But to be fair, that's what I said before we saw this new Regs car.
I mean, and here's where you and I hate to make this comparison.
Yeah.
So he's staying loyal. He's staying Ferrari. He believes in Ferrari. He thinks he can win a championship with Ferrari.
Are you gonna bring up Danny Rick again?
I have to. So here's my thing. If he leaves, does he risk running into the same fate as Danny?
Yeah.
Where he ended up bouncing between 2 or 3 teams, and he was a talented driver who had championship potential, and he never won it.
Yeah.
Or, I feel like if you're Charles, you have to look at that when you're looking at, do I want to try to leave or not?
Yeah.
Do I want to risk going to another team that doesn't work out? So I try to go to do I risk leaving and then running into a similar fate as Danny?
Yeah.
Or do I stick it out? I stay here with a team who I know has championship potential. If we could find the way to piece it together, and this is my best chance. And I think we have our answer, obviously, with the contract extension. But
I mean, I thought about this. Charles had to have looked at like a Danny Rick or even Fernando Alonso at one point in his career, where they go places and it doesn't work out. And I mean, hey, people on Twitter like to complain, especially with Charles resigning. But if Charles listened to Twitter and everybody else, he'd be sitting in an Aston Martin right now.
Yeah,
being in P21.
We see how that difficult conversations need to be had at Aston Martin.
Yeah, but yeah, if Charles listened to the internet, he'd be sitting in an Aston Martin or maybe at best a Mercedes.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's hard to. It's like even where does he go? Where does he go? McLaren have their drivers. Mercedes have their drivers.
Here's my thing, and I'm not going to even try to get into this too deep, but because they've been talking about it again.
Yeah.
There's the exit clause for Max. We already know, right? We know about the exit clause that Mercedes has on George's.
Yes.
If George finishes behind Kimi, or whatever the circumstances are, but I know if he something about him finishing behind Kimi, they could terminate his contract.
Yeah.
Somebody put on Twitter, and they kind of made some good points, that the Max Sadie's saga is starting to feel very real.
Yeah.
He doesn't have somebody like Christian Horner to go head to head with people like Zach Brown and Toto Wolff. No hate on Laurent Mekies, great leader, but he's not going to lock horns with people like Toto and Zach. Red Bull has the strongest engine, and they're fighting for P3s, P4s, P6s
against Pierre
Gasly because the aero package that. So Pierre Wache, I'm sorry, bro, you don't got it.
Yeah,
because you don't have Adrian Newey anymore. So now you get this, and this is what you get. He's losing GP to McLaren.
Yep.
People have already left. As much as you might or might not like Helmut Marko's gone, and that was a big reason why Max was even in a Red Bull seat.
Yeah.
The team around him that helped him win, hey, can we keep doing this for another 10 or 15 years? That team around him is gone.
Yeah.
what makes him want to stay, especially if they can't put together a car that's going to compete? Mm-hmm. Ford and Red Bull put together the engine, but if you can't put the car around the engine together to compete, and that all that talk that he used to say about, I don't care if I win another championship, when they asked him this weekend, hey, what would make you want what was the question? It was something like, hey, what do you want to achieve in the sport now that you're at where you're at? He's like, I want to win another championship. The hunger's there.
Yeah.
But can he do it with Red Bull? And like I said, I'm not going to get too far into it because we already know. But
yeah, I'll just say this, obviously if Red Bull doesn't perform, I mean,
if that
Toto has made it known.
If that exit clause at George has anything to say about it, I think that Mercedes thing, especially in the offseason, gets real loud. But enough about Monaco. We have Barcelona this week. It's a home race. Freaking Carlos gets 2 home races. Carlos and Fernando. They get to split because I guess Madrid is technically all Carlos now.
Yeah.
Barcelona is yours, Fernando. But it's in Spain. It's Barcelona. It's going to be an interesting race. There's not a whole lot of news coming out of it other than, guess what? Kimi is probably going to dominate again.
There's that long straight, and that's exactly where they're going to get like 10 seconds.
That long straight is going to put Kimi in the, maybe Red Bull has a chance. They're getting new engines. They're getting the small upgrades. Max is getting a new engine. He was apparently, Monaco was scheduled the last race on that ICE, and well, we see what happened. Colton Hertz is going to drive FP1 for Sergio, so that's going to be interesting to watch because we did see the rumors about him taking over for Bottas. Bottas unfortunately had another DNF this weekend. Checo finished in the points but didn't. It's just we're just go right back to it. Yeah, and there's not, like I said, there's not a whole lot leading up to this race other than maybe some small upgrades from Red Bull, maybe some more upgrades from either McLaren or Ferrari. We'll see. I think Ferrari has some coming this weekend.
I think so.
I think it's just going to Mercedes. McLaren is hoping for decent reliability.
Yeah.
And Kimi is hoping for a 6th in a row.
Yeah.
And did we see who he's tying and career wins if he wins this race? No other than his teammate George Russell. If he wins the 6th in a row, he ties George Russell for career wins in a row.
I know we move on from Monaco, but another fun fact was the fact that Lewis tied with Ayrton for podiums in Monaco.
Did he?
Yeah.
I missed that stat.
They told him that after the race, and it was a pretty cool moment.
Or that fact that Isaac and Kimi's age combined still wasn't as old as Lewis.
And Isaac was like, this could have been the youngest podium if it wasn't for... He's like, I'm so young, man. I'm so young. Don't do that to me.
Hey, shout out Lewis. He's performing well, and he looks good for his age. He had his new bow out there in support.
If he's gonna keep performing like that,
man,
come
you know
every
what?
weekend.
Everybody talked about the curse and this and that, and
a Ferrari curse and that. Yeah,
there was some. Maybe there's some F1 paddock etiquette that she might need to learn, or at least
I'll give it. It's her first time.
Her first F1 race, first time Monaco, whatever. If it's driving Lewis to perform this way, the only thing I ask for is, hey man, can Max get some of that luck? Like, I don't know. Like, fuck, man. I want to see Lewis versus Max again.
Oh, man.
Anyways, Barcelona. We'll see, man. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what to expect other than Kimi dominance. Nothing else has proven.
Yeah.
Nothing else to look forward to other than Kimi dominance. And maybe the straights help Red Bull along the way.
Yeah. No. I don't know, man.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That Red Bull, the last time Red Bull went against Ferrari, Max kept Lewis behind him for quite a while because of those straight lines. But
yeah,
we'll see. Hopefully, Max doesn't get angry in Barcelona this time around, and we can just keep a calm, collective podium.
Calm race.
Entertaining,
but
we'll
calm
see.
Race.
At this point, I kind of want to bet on the number of DNFs that are going to happen every race because I don't think there's been any less than 3 every weekend. And then this weekend we had 7. So
new regs, that's rough.
I won't delay it, man. We're not gonna talk about it too much. We'll get right into it. Barcelona Grand Prix predictions.
Yeah. So poll first.
So predictions we'll go into. It's poll, then our podiums. Ivan's not here, but he did send his in, so we'll give his pole position. He thinks Kimi's going to get pole. I'll go next because I'm not even going to try to to fight it, Kimi's gonna get pole.
Kimi's gonna get pole.
Kimi's gonna get pole. What else? What else should we expect? We get into the podium.
Yes.
He has Lando finishing P3. He has Lewis Hamilton finishing P2. And then none other than the kid superstar himself, Kimi Antonelli, P1, winning the race, his 6th race in a row. That's Ivan's predictions.
Do you have yours ready? Because I really don't have mine ready.
Yeah, you know what? I do have mine.
Okay.
I'll start off P3. I think it's going to be Lewis Hamilton. I think that Ferrari is still there. I would love to see Max there instead. But I think Lewis is just, he has this confidence around him right now. He's in this form that I think he's driving that Ferrari to the best of its ability. He's going to finish P3. I think George Russell gets P2. I think George Russell has a bit of a bounce back. I think he like Toto said, he's not a bad driver. He's run into some bad luck, yes, but he's just kind of lost some confidence, and he thinks it could come back. As much of a George Russell hater that I am, I got to say, I think this weekend could be a weekend he kind of turns it around. If he don't, then, hey, man, championship's cooked already. Yeah. I hate to say it, but championship's going to be cooked already if he doesn't pull it together this weekend. I think he gets P2, and then Kimi's gonna get the win, man. P1, Kimi Antonelli, his 6th in a row. He's gonna match. He's breaking records, man. He's setting records, breaking records. It's until he proves me otherwise, or there's a reliability issue. I think every race is Kimi's to lose.
Yeah, I have a very similar one. In fact, it's like the exact same. Because for third, I have Lewis. My heart wants to say Charles for a bounce back podium, but I'm going to go with my mind. I'm going to go with the points. I'm going to say Lewis. For second, it's going to be George. And for first, I mean, there's not much you can say. It's going to be Kimi.
Yeah. Like I said, the kid gives us no reason to not pick him to win because he's a superstar right now. He's on another planet.
Yeah, he's on another planet. He's going to win again. I'm fairly confident. If he doesn't, then whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
what happened? Like, future us, what happened? Like, tell us. Like, put it in the comments.
It's got to be. I don't know what could cause him to not win. Like, other than a reliability issue, because we've seen plenty of those from Mercedes.
Yeah. So
I really feel George has a bounce back week, but if he doesn't, I could see Max on the podium. And sorry, George, but your championship might be cooked if you don't score decent points this weekend. Especially because he's already behind Lewis, bro.
If he doesn't beat him, honestly, I'm on the fact that if he doesn't finish ahead of Kimi in some aspect, no.
I mean, yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, you know what? You might have a point. Yeah, so we'll see. We got Barcelona this week. We will not be doing a live stream. It's another early race for us, 8 a.m. start. We'll be at the local watch party.
Yeah.
So if you're in the Houston area and you want to go and you want to see us, we'll be at the Space City Race Club watch party. Bright and early, Sunday morning. Houston time, it's 8 a.m. start.
Yeah.
Gotta drink our coffee. Yeah. Get ready to go.
I don't like coffee.
Drink your energy. Drink your Red Bull. Sponsor us.
Please. I don't care. I can't speak again.
You'll wear Red Bull.
I will wear Red Bull gear.
There you go. Hey, see, just send us a little something, Red Bull. We got it.
Something.
Thanks for watching. Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. We are trying to build up this channel to 100 subscribers. That's our next goal. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let us know in your comments what you thought about the Monaco Grand Prix. Let us know your predictions for Barcelona. And don't forget to follow us on all our socials. TikTok and Instagram, we are at Around the Circuit. On Twitter or X, whatever you call it, we are at Around the CCT. I'm Maruchan Warrior. He's MPC H-Town. Follow us. Let us know what you think. Subscribe. We'll see y'all next week to recap Barcelona. And then we have a week off, right?
Yeah.
We have a week off before we go into Austria, the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah. Be on my birthday, so hopefully
there you go.
Ferrari.
Hopefully Max can get him a win for his birthday.
No, excuse me?
Yeah, we'll see you next week to recap Barcelona. We're out of here.
Yeah.
Peace.